Yo, what's good, everybody? Before I get into this video, I do want to specify while this is how I play Juggernaut, or while this is a video of how I play Rage Juggernaut and or Focus Guardian, a lot of the PvP tips I give in this video apply to many other classes, like target focusing, how to play objective while PvPing at the same time, or how to let your team do damage and not be interrupted 24/7, whether it be like how to properly use your CCs or how to kite enemies so they're while they're chasing you, your team's able to do damage and you're also able to do damage at the same time. So I go over a lot of things. So you could watch this. I have timestamps of examples of in-game situations and the mindset I have um while in those situations, and then you can apply it to yourself and use those as examples. So you could check those timestamps down below, or you can scroll through the video and see through them through the play scroll wheel or whatever. Anyways, just want to make that note real quick. Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is gonna be my first ever guide. I don't think I've ever done. Actually, this is gonna be my first ever guide for SWTOR. I'm gonna condense it all. This is my first take. I'm gonna be doing a PvP guide on how I play Rage and Focus Juggernaut. So first thing first, let me show you guys my ability tree. I go Gathering Strength. Let's actually start from the bottom, so you can get started and know what you're getting in from the beginning. First off, you want to do Zenith or whichever the other one is. It all have the same description. Basically, you're gonna be whenever you deal focus burst or deal damage with focus burst or your sweep, you gain how much is it? 15% critical for 16 seconds. So basically, you should always have this on available if you know your rotation. I'll be going through my rotation like really quick, but you want to kind of learn how to freestyle your rotation. Sometimes you won't be able to just free cast and just follow your rotation like by the letter, by the T. You gotta like make it up on your own sometimes. I'm talking all fast because I want to make it a quick guide. But anyways, next you want to go with Blade Burst or deliberating slashes, whatever we call it. You want to use slashes mainly in like arena, I'd say, depending on like the character, like the classes you're playing. Maybe a PT or an operative, or sometimes or even a Sork. I say more so for Sorks. No, yeah, for those three classes and snipers all around, it's just really good. Anything I guess like Maras or Jugs as well. You could go with slows as well because slows kind of give it's hard for people to get um out of a slow as a jug because you only have your endure pain to like cleanse yourself. But it's like it's either or. Next I did this because I trolled a game, and I let's just not get into it. I messed up a game badly. But you want to go Zealous Discovery. You're as a jug, you're in there to get damage, do damage, and then if you die, you die. But at least you did your damage. That's all you can hope for. You're meant to like be the aggressor, push the offense, make them all take your. You have to have even at the DPS, you have to have everyone have your attention on you while your team is able to free cast. That's what I try to do, and sometimes throw in a little bit of kiting, but we'll get into that later. Next, oh, never go into focus meditation. Like I said, I messed up a game, so I try to make up for it. You always want to go critical condition, excuse me, because you want it because of the second sentence, which is combat focus purges or enraged, combat focus or enraged, purges movement impairing effects and triggers um felling blow, which is not even the main purpose. It's just the purges impairing effects. When you're slowed, you will die instantaneously against good teams. Good teams, when they get you slowed or rooted, it's over. So that's why you want to have critical condition all the time. This one's a troll. Don't ever even think about getting this one. I don't know why they have this as an option. It should be a default thing, to be honest. But yeah, so focus is not bad for DPS, like if you're doing PvE, but for PvP, you need to always be mobile. In this current era of PvP, mobility wins. That's why you see Sorks, Madness. Madness already has like their force speed on like a 5 second cooldown because of all their. I forget how their skill tree works, but it's something like that. Sniper has roots. It has mobility as well. Operative, like there's so much mobility in the game that anything to purge you of roots and keep you moving all the time because it also gives you a speed boost. Anything to keep you moving and unrooted or unslowed is just super helpful. Next we got Battlefield Commander is just default. You need to be force charge. Your force charge, I'm pretty sure, gives you like a 10% damage reduction. I'm not sure how much it is. If you need if I speak too fast, you can just follow the skill tree and it'll do the gist. I'll also be giving an explanation later on how I use my abilities in a video, which is going to be in this video. But just to let you know, if this is all confusing, I'll be explaining my abilities and why they're helpful in the later part of the video. Next, I go Blade Blitz or Mad Dash, whichever we call it. Just go with it, because the reason why I know the Saber Reflect looks super tempting. It looks super amazing. Trust me, I've done it multiple times. What I've found in my overall playing of this game, um, just try and keep an open mind, is that with this Battlefield Command and your Blade Blitz, it's kind of like a combo. So there'll be times where you'll have people rooting you, slowing you, non-stop, just annoying stuff. And granted, there is some bugs in the game where even when you cast your Blade Blitz, it's super annoying, but you'll still be rooted in place. Excluding that bug, it's good to combo these together, because while your cooldowns of your force charge is getting reduced, you have your Blade Blitz to oh, I skipped this. Sorry. We're gonna tie all three. Actually, we're gonna tie all three of them together right now. So War Master is what you're gonna be doing at level 64, which is Force Leap grants unremitting which grants immunity to erupts, stuns, knockdowns, and the most important parts, movement and parrying effects. Also, you can't be pulled or pushed. All of this for 40 seconds. And on top of that, you gain 20% damage reduction. So the reason why you want Blade Blitz is because comboing all that together, you're gonna either let's use this as an example. Say you have bad ping, or you're just not able to tap your charge fast enough. Say this dummy has just charged at me. What you're gonna do is you're gonna Blade Blitz out, and then you're gonna Force Leap, and then boom, the guy's doing damage to you, yada 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 yada. After that, or even outside of that, you'll have, well, let's yeah, we can keep doing this. Yada yada, you're doing damage. Okay, now that 4 seconds is up, but in like 5 seconds you've been taking damage, you have your force charge open. So now how you combo all of this together is that now this dummy, which is going to be the PvPer, the player, he's going to be right here. You're going to try it. This is why we're, as a jug, you have to, have like a lot of your abilities key binded. You're going to want to Intercede, which is a guardian leap, so it benefits both you and your teammate, because your teammate gets damage 20% DR, which is phenomenal. But on top of that, you're leaping farther enough so you can force charge at the enemy. Now again, you have 20% or 10% DR. Sorry, I don't remember the complete number. I'd be forgetting sometimes. You have that DR and you have that immunity. So that, you see how that all ties in? If you have Saber Reflect, I know in 7.0 this is all stupid. We should have at least both of these. As a jug player, and a person who avidly just hates snipers, you need these two. You kind of desperately need these two in the long run. But dealing with what we have today, this is why comboing all that together, you want Blade Blitz over a Saber Reflect. So now it's up to you. You can still, it's your game, play however you want. But that's the reason why I personally use Saber Reflect. But the last thing I forgot to say and mention is that the reason you want all of this, the reason this all ties together, the main goal for all of this, is so that you're always immune to stuns, roots, sleeps, CCs, all of that. That's the main reason why you have Blade Blitz and why you use your Guardian Leap, is because at the end of the day, you need to be always have, you need to always be able to have immunity, because if you don't have immunity, you're just gonna fall over and you're gonna die instantly. So that's why how all this ties in together is that at the end of the day, in a jug, you need to always be immune, because as soon as you get stunned, then that's just free damage. They're gonna stun you, gonna pop your focus defense at 30% health. That's another thing. Use your Saber Ward and then you're just gonna die instantly because you're stunned. So this is why how it all ties together. Next, I go Gather Strength, or if you're playing solo through Peace, it's either or. I just find if you're gonna do gathered strength, you have to play more. You go in, go out, in, out, in, and out. That way you're not just running, dying, running to respawn, going all the way forward. And that's, yes, so that's what I do for level 73. Now how I'm gonna show you a quick rotation, and I'm gonna show you the damage chart. You can follow it. I'm gonna be talking over as I use my abilities. Let me try and find. I need to remember all my abilities. So when I say focus burst, when I say burst, I mean focus burst. Concentrated slice. I'll try and remember that. Just look at my keybinds, and sometimes I even click. Yes, I click. I know it's bad. But yeah, I'll show you a quick 1 minute guide of what I do. So immediately first, well, you gotta tie it in either way. I do it before combat. Is I use my combat focus. So I go combat focus into a leap, into a burst. Then I go into a zealous leap. Then I go to slice. Then I go dispatch. Then I go what's it called? Get that thundering strike. Exhaustion. This is all live. You're gonna have to look at it. I'll maybe put up a. I'll probably just put up ability tree because it's so much. Then I go into a leap, into a burst, into a slice. But you see, the biggest thing is I'm always having my my combat focus is getting off combo a lot, and be sure to mix in your leap a lot. It's important that you mix in a leap. That way you're able to get that DR and get that immunity. That way people can't be just like rooting you 24/7. Okay, so we're just glazing. I see. Is it winnable? Of course. Can y'all just root, right? I sound like a dog, man. And you're gonna see right here. I always try and make a goal to get at least 2 million damage in at least a minute. I don't think I'm gonna get it right here. I kind of messed up my rotation somewhere along the line. I'm gonna be honest. I can't tell you where I did, but actually that's my bad. In a minute and 3 seconds, I got or like in a minute and 3 seconds, I got 2 million damage. It's like the bear. That's like how as best it's gonna get. I've min-maxed my rotation as best as I can. So yeah, a minute and 3 seconds. This is how I got this is my rotation. So you can follow it. It's kind of all just what you're doing is tying in your zealous leap as quick as possible and focus burst, leap, and well, zealous leap and force leap. You tie all of them in. You always want to, not always, but try your best to burst. Use your burst as quick as possible, as well as use your force sweep. Then use your combat focus and zealous leap on top of your force exhaustion to give you like a big damage burst. Because you remember how using force sweep or focus burst gives you 10% or 15% critical. So if you sometimes cast your force sweep before your burst, you get like 100k burst damage off your focus burst. So that's how you tie them all in. As for the tactical, I use cauterize, coronary. It doesn't matter. If you really want to target one specific person, I recommend using cauterized. But if you're in like a war zone or something like that, use Enrage Crush. Or if there's gonna be a lot of melee players, use Enrage Crush. It's like you're gonna have to play with it and choose which one. I'd say probably best use Enrage Crush in the beginning. That way, if you want to go for big damage numbers, but if you're really looking for kills, I suggest using Cauterized Coronary. Okay, y'all. So here we're gonna go over all the different clips that I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. It's each situation and why I do them. That way, you have a mindset of what you should be doing with PvPing. I know there's not a lot of videos out there showing what you should be doing in PvP fights, so I'm gonna show you. Here we go. So here, first fight. Let me just first show. This is what I'm seeing. I'm quickly reading that the PT is in the middle by himself, and my whole team is there. Meaning, if my whole team is there, we're all gonna blow him up. We all see the single target. He pops his shield. He made the mistake of and his hydraulics, but it's all right. He's already we already got him super low. I wanted to do as much damage as possible, but then he starts pumping damage. I make the mistake of not seeing that I'm netted. Where if I knew early I was netted, I was gonna I would have CC break immediately. CC break net. Okay, not immediately. Like if you're safe, you don't have to CC it. So you should immediately, if you see a threat like that, dash away. There's no point of fighting, taking that useless damage. So that's what I do. I do it too late though, and he's now on me. He has full resolve. I can't CC him. There's nothing I can do. I just gotta walk away. Oh, and keep in mind, this game, I am doing it without focus defense, but this is just to show you I do quite a bit of damage and take a bit, and we win this game. So to put all that into perspective, and you guys see how effective I play these games and how many kills I get, you'll see how even with out focus defense, because someone redeemed for me to not use it, I still get pretty good damage. And it's hard for me to do damage as well with being a streamer, because people wouldn't want to admit it, but even as averaging like 10, 12 viewers, you'll get a lot of snipers. So you'll see here, there's just no everyone's on me, everyone. And granted, there's a lot of range players, so like no one's looking at me. See right here, I'm let's take a look back here. I have that PT on me. You see he's just wrapping around, still following me. So my first thing is I see trouble right here. I'm pretty sure there's the jug right there. I'm pretty sure there's another jug too. See, there's the merc right there. They're both following me. So I do, as I go, this is where you want a good keybind to like get to the farthest enemy or farthest ally. I wish SWTOR had that a keybind like that, but I do that to get to my Sork, who's far away. So I leap to them, and now I am going back. I'm trying to protect my team. I'm trying to stay in the middle of the fight. That's the best thing you can do right now. We're attacking. We just want to get kills. And we see right here, everyone's looking at the jug, so you want to, I as well will look at the jug. I know the PT also in the back of my head. I'm keeping a mental note that the PT is following me. How I know he's following me? See the damage I'm taking from that PT right now. Right there, you see that he just used his power burst on me. That's how I know he's on me. Then he just grabs me, so that's like full proof in the pudding. And I have no healer, so I have to run away. And then I try as quick as possible use a leap. That's what I'm telling you. Leaps are your friend. You need to be leaping all the time as a jug.
I bet.
I get my force burst off, but that's all I can get. Okay, next clip. I see right here the first clip. Identify everyone. Oh, the bomb had been planted, and we secured the next room. Thankfully, I had an operative that was stealth trying to do objective, which worked out. But at the end of the day, you should always focus on doing damage over the majority of you, 6 of you should be doing damage. Maybe 2 people do objective. Anyways, though, you see right here, we have all my team right here. I think there's some people, some people over that Sage, but I see my my Sork right here is taking a lot of damage from this jug, so I'm helping him out right here, so he can heal himself, go fight cover, heal himself. But then the jug goes and fights the merc, who is like full health, has a bubble. It's like, all right, now let me give your goal as a jug is to disrupt everything. Everything should be disrupted 24/7. So now after I get the jug low, I go after the Sage, but I want to go to objective because we want to get objective and win. So I see this other Sage. I want to keep pushing forward, and again, disrupting. I'm disrupting while. Okay, I just wanted to mention, when I say when I'm disrupting, I'm meaning that I'm jumping after the Sage, interrupting using my force kick, which interrupts people. A lot of frontliners don't realize they should be using their force kick, their interrupts, because your interrupts are what prevent people from doing damage. Their build-up attacks, like there's Thundering Blast, or your dual wielding, your unload for mercenaries, whatnot. You want to be disrupting those abilities, and you want to be pushing frontliners whenever possible, because you don't want them to be able to do damage, basically. Now, in turn, that might cause people to look at you. That allows your team to do damage, as well as yourself, if you are able to properly manage your force leap and your cooldowns. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to specify when I say that, disrupt. When I say disrupt, that's what I mean. Pushing forward. See how I keep on pushing forward? Don't get sidetracked and don't get distracted. I know the objective has been caught. And here's another thing. I do a force dash right here. You might be wondering, why did I do a mad dash? I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot going on. But right here, I'm going after the Sage. We know this. I want to bring up this point because this is very important. I take a mental note of a good amount of things. I'm lucky that force jump works. You see how that Sage bubbled. Now I'm looking at going after the PT, because the PT and the jug have been the biggest threat to our team. So what do? I go after those two to help protect my team. I taunt them. By the way, you want to use your taunts. They're not actual taunts. They're like they're threat reducers. At least your challenging call or your force scream is threat reducer, and your taunt give your allies DR damage reduction. So you want to be taunting, using your taunt all the time. I want to take y'all to take a note of this.
Okay.
So the Sage uses bubble. I'm on the PT. I see the PT. I'm on him, but the PT. I see the PT is running away. So I know I'm getting low, and I won't be able to survive him if I just follow him. So what do? I force jump away, or I mad dash or blade blitz away, so I can go jump on him. And miraculously, I'm lucky that there's a merc right here, so I'm able to go on this merc and get him low. So I want to keep my mental note was to keep going after the PT, but I know I also have to have I have to keep a mental note of having my force sleep whenever it's off cooldown. Use it. Use your force sleep. It's your #1 ability. More important than even damage abilities. Because if you're stunned, you can't do nothing.
I was supposed to go on the.
So you see right here, I use my Rage Crush on the merc. Now the PT is low, and I use my taunt on him. So now he is doing less damage. He's not able to burst as much. Still pretty kind of crazy, but not as much. Now we go after the Juggernaut, who is low, but he gets away mainly because of the lag right here. You see right here, boom. I think he's right here, but then he just TPs. You see that?
Sork out.
But so he wins. I go after him. He wins that fight because he has some healer. He has healers healing him up. As soon as I get there, or no, he has a med pack or something like that. Oh no, we did get him. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, so then I go after the Jug, and he's also low. So we're getting a lot of resources on him. Now we get the bomb planted. We get the bomb planted, and we're going on to the next objective. Excuse me. But I see right here, the Sage is by himself. My team, there's like a whole bunch of my team is right here. These Sages right here, and you see right here, this is a phase walk. Sages and Sorks use this, so when they take enough damage or like they're under pressure, they TP like far away, like 50 to 100 meters or something like that. But they're right here. So what do? I go after them because their phase walk is right here. Meaning if they phase walk, I'm gonna be right here to go after them. So since I see both of them are there, I go after the other Sage because he also has his phase walk here. Get him low, get him to use all his resources, then go back after the other one because he's low, and the other Sage was low, and he has barely any resources.
Back here. He's gonna have to TP back.
And then we net him, and we get one. But the other one's able to survive because
it's actually good,
he has healing and whatnot. But that's all right. We got our one, and now because they died in this area and the bomb has been planted, now they're stuck at the very end spawn, meaning there's one less person to do damage.
Because we're on attack and we're.
So then next, after I die, I investigate again. PT has been destroying us this game. So I make sure I use my challenging call because there's 2 DPSers, 3 enemies in total. So I use my challenging call so that everyone is getting damage reduction. He pops his bubble, so I want to stay away from him because he's going to be more aggressive when he has his bubble because he's taking damage reduction and, you know, he's looking to do damage. So I use my mad dash to dash away, so I'm able to waste his bubble out, but he immediately swaps over to another player. So I go through his bubble. I should, you can in this situation, and I'd say I'd go after the Juggernaut right here, but he also has his Saber Ward, so he's also getting insane damage reduction. So both of them have popped both of the DCDs. Give it like 10 seconds, and now boom. Now they're both just have nothing on them. They're both just bare naked. Something like that. So since they're both just vulnerable, they have nothing to, they have none of their DCDs up. I just go after the PT. Now he's done. I root him with my Ravage or Blade Blitz, and now the last person is the Jug, but I want to go heal. And now I see the Sages by themselves, so I go after them because
let's get the Sage again.
We want to get as many kills. The more people we get in spawn, the more people that are getting, more enemies that are going to be by themselves. So now we got 2 kills just like that. So 2 people are stuck in spawn. And I see this sniper who's just not in cover for whatever reason, so I take advantage of that. If there was an actually smart sniper, I would have went after the Sage, but because he did that, I just decided to go after him because, again, less people to like contest the doors is better. I'm not able to get the sniper, but I hope someone else got him because I see the Sage just staring at me.
There's no point of fighting this.
And now he's mainly been on me. That's the problem with my team being full. I have actually like six range players on this team. I'm pretty sure I had like 3 Sorks and like 2 Mercs or a Merc and Commando or something like that, and an Operative and I think 1 Assassin. So the only like really frontliners are Operative, who is a stealther and can barely take that much damage, and then Assassin, who really can't take that much damage. Next, this is we're now on defense. So what I'm looking for is, where is my team going? I can't play aggressive because I don't have my enraged defense, and we're on defense, so meaning we shouldn't be really trying to be this aggressive. But if we get some picks, that's for the best. So I see this Assassin is opening up on the Sage, so I follow up on that and follow him in. You got to look for follow-ups, like it's League and something, and like your top laner is fighting why did I just do that? Fighting the opponent. You as a jungler has to go follow up on that top lane duel. So I do that with the Sin, and we're not able to get. We are able to get him low. He uses force speed, runs away. I'm pretty sure we weren't able to force bubble, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, like I said, the biggest problem has been that Operative, or an Operative, the PT. So I use all my. I try and go after him, but like I said, I've been saying there's everyone's range, and I have like no healing, barely any healing. Now I see right here, I'm realizing the biggest issue right now is that they're all fully health. They're all full HP, and this guy's been just healing like crazy this whole game. So what I do is I go after their healer. I pop my challenging call. Make sure you remember to have this challenging call. It's going to be what keeps your team alive. And you just want to use it when there's a plethora of enemies and your taunts on one single target. After I go after this this commando, trying to do as much damage as possible. It's not like you see like everyone is on me. Or that's 44 people on me. So what am I doing? I'm just disrupting disruption. Disrupt. Let your team be able to free cast. Right now, look at my team. Look at what my team is able to do right now. I'm up here with 4 or 5 people all looking, pretty much in my vicinity. And I have my Sin that's half health, but he's getting healed by the Merc. We have the Operative who's able to throw dots on everybody. And we have the 2 Mercs, the Merc and the Sork doing damage to his. So we have the Merc and the Sork 2v1ing the Sage over here. So that Jug is also doing a good job, playing his job in disruption. So right now I'm trying to play behind corners because the Sage is right here. So if I go in line of sight, he's just gonna burst me down with his like telekinesis blast or whatever blast and whatnot. I stay line of sight. See, there's both of them right there. I stay out of their line of sight and go after their Mara. Well, that's the plan. But the Mara's running away, so I have to kind of go follow him. But the Mara is one, so I do get out of line of sight just to go after the Mara, secure the death. Now, I want to go after the Sage because they're by themselves. Why not? They're by themselves. I have a good amount of abilities. I have some healing abilities to keep me up. And I have a good amount of burst to do some damage. It's a good idea. If I had Enrage, I could do more damage, but then the Mara is already back, ready, doing damage.
It's not bad for me.
It's not bad though. I'm able to do a lot of damage to them. This is where I need my team to follow up. I'm trying to get this. It was a good idea, but wasn't the best. We'll just say that much.
Hopefully we're.
All right, so here, I have to first stop the bomb from being planted. Get the Mara. The Mara is super low. That's perfect. But I see right here the Jug. This Jug. Oh no, this Jug hasn't been doing that much. But I see my Sin is here with me, so we can isolate 2v1 the Jug and win this little 2v1. But then the PT comes here because I can't do nothing alone. There always has to be someone else with me. In most circumstances, that would be a clear 2v1, but yeah, the PT was just PT and this Jug were on me 24/7. So Now that I see the PTs on there, he's just following me like he's been doing this whole game. I have to leap over and go after this Juggernaut
Get out.
because he's on our spawn and we're all clamped together. This would have been a good fight, but I guess the stage is also there because we just have no presence. No, okay. So again, keeping in mind, I want to be LOSing both their sages. I go after. Oh no, okay. So I'm keeping the same mindset of going after the healer. I should have gone for PT right there. I can't lie. That would have been a smarter play. But he pops his bubble, so
rotation.
that's I guess good. Or even though I'm not even going after him. But I'm going after the commando. Not the best idea. We're gonna skip over this one. But this time, this is good because they're all clumped up together. The PT is one. Our team, it's a good, clear, high chance of us winning. It's not a bad fight. It's one I think we should be winning, but we have no healer, and I have no focus to keep the push going. So I mad dash away because I want to stay alive a little bit longer because their team or that PT is low. So if our team goes together and fights that PT, we win that.
Like my whole team's a bunch of.
Yeah, I don't survive that.
This is where I gotta.
But again, I'm keeping that same thing. I know that because like this previous fight, I'm pretty sure the Sage was already hitting me again. There you go. Yep, back on me still again.
Please kite towards me.
I got the Sage on me again, dotting me down. I got the PT on me.
Like my whole team's a bunch of.
I have everyone on me. So that's why now I'm trying to stay behind cover and stay LOS. I'm trying my best to LOS or stay line of sight, but they're in our spawn where we can't do nothing. And there's still some people trying to defuse, so this is an actual losable game if you don't play it right, because there's still some people trying to defuse. But the PT right here, the PT, I'm trying to gain attention so my team can do something. It's the way Jug plays sometimes, especially when you have no frontliners with you.
Yep.
I'm just trying to get this PT down. We got him to 30% probably. So here's the last section of this game. I see again staying behind cover, LOSing, but it kind of gets negated because the Sage is right here because they don't respect our team. But you know, you gotta deal with the hands we're dealt. So I'm going after this Jug who's staying nearby us. So I'm taking that advantage so I can get some. So I can get a proper regular fight going on. And the reason why it's actually close and it's not like a troll game right there is because we have an operative that's just been staying stealth, watching door. And we have like 2 people on the other side. Or we only have 1 person this time. But yeah, no, they never went to the other door, thankfully. But for games like that where people might go to the other door, you just gotta keep on going for kills. I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's all you gotta keep on doing, going for kills. See right here, hold up. Let's replay that. First thing, you remember here I was going after the Jug. But I'm not trying to stay, I'm trying to stay LOS and trying to stay away. But I see right here, he's in our spawn. So at some point, I'm like, all right, this is getting too far out of hand. So I'm going after the person who's right in our spawn. So worst comes to worst, if we do somehow die, we're right in our spawn again, and he's low. So I try and just kite, make sure no one's able to do damage to me. Then I push them so I could get my immunity because I know their teammates are like in comms or something like that. Because look at this miraculous pull that, you know, if you were playing solo, you would not just do this. So I know that they're like together or something. So I do a push so I'm immune, so he doesn't stun me or anything like that.
Okay, dude.
But yeah, he's low. The Sage is low, so I go after them because they're 1, and I'm able to thankfully get them down thanks to Enrage Crush. But now I got the pick. I got a pick. Now we run. There's no point in staying any longer. We got our pick. We got what we came for. Let's immediately get out. So I leap over to the commando to get line of sight. Now I'm line of sight. Now they don't see me, and the time is out. But I mean, I was in the mindset that the game was still going. I didn't know it was over yet. But yeah, that's how that game went. And now let's look at the stats. And yeah, this was a fanboy. That's all I knew. Like they were just on me all the whole time. That Jug and the PT were just on me 24/7. But this is not good. This is not bad. Let me say that it was not bad. 10k damage, 10k damage for a game where I don't even have focus defense, and I took 7 million damage. I took the most damage out of them all, and the only person who took a lot of damage was the person I was going after, which was their healer, their merc, or the commando. So, anyways, that's a quick rundown of how I play, the mindset I have when playing Rage or Focus Juggernaut. The same thing applies to Mara and like any PvP in general. Really, going for picks, following up with your team. There's all things I just mentioned. That apply to everyone. The only things I really specified were just like using your leap as a jug, or using your challenging call as a jug, so you can give your teammates DR, give yourself DR with leap, all of that. So besides that, everything else applies to everybody. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the examples. So if you guys have a mindset of what you should be doing when going into PvP. All right, and with that, that's gonna do it for this Rage / Focus Juggernaut Guardian PvP guide, which is overall a master guide with examples for every class. I show how, again, target focus, leading up with your teammates when they're going after a certain target, going after low health targets, playing objective while also PvPing at the same time, and allowing your team to not have them be disrupted while they're casting their abilities and whatnot, being initiator, disrupting, and kiting as well to distract the enemy. So that's gonna do it for today. Hopefully you guys learned a lot with this PvP video, and you guys learned how to how to PvP, and what mindset you should have when you're going into arenas or war zones or anything like that. Let me know if you want me to do a certain class, or if you want me to do arenas or anything like that. Let me know, and I got y'all. Anyways, though, take care, y'all.